Hi.
Hello, Francis. Does it work? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. No worries. I guess you can hear me too.
Yes, it works. Cool. So let's
Awesome
wait a
then.
few minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Hey all.
Hi.
Hello. I guess everybody is here, so I will start. So welcome to the Inspektor Gadget Developer Sync. This time it's at a different time than usual, so it's better for time zones in Europe and Asia. And as usual, this meeting followed the CNCF Code of Conduct, and it is recorded, and the recording will be published after. Okay, so we can have a look at the agenda. Should I share my screen or? Okay, let me try to see how to do that. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's see the agenda. So first, I need myself to talk a bit about Artifact Hub. So to give an update, I wanted to say that the Artifact Hub is not hosting any artifact, it's just referencing them. So the OCI image from Inspektor Gadget are staying on the GitHub OCI registry as usual. What it does, it just have some web pages to reference them. And it's not like we are pushing them on their website, but rather it's them, they have a bot that scrape the configured repository every 30 minutes to check if we specify package YAML file, so they can update their database every 30 minutes with what we have on your Git repository. And the status of that is, so we have a pull request. It's being reviewed at the moment. And thanks, Francis, for the review too. Yeah, once it's merged, then I think there is not much left remaining to do. So that's a short update. Is there any questions about that, or should we go to the next topic?
Yeah, I had one kind of thing. I was thinking that regarding like, is it possible to kind of rename the kind in the artifact hug? If yes, then who does that need to do that?
I guess we can try that. So that will be a pull request on their Artifact Hub repository.
Okay.
Because that's the list of kinds is something which is managed in their repository, so we cannot arbitrarily update that, but we can update that, make a pull request on convince them to merge it.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I can take it that. But I was thinking maybe should we start a discussion in the Slack first and then go there, or just take it there in the GitHub?
Sure, you can have a discussion on Slack first. So
Okay. Cool. Then I'll take it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Any other discussions? Otherwise, Francis, you're next.
Yes, so first, thank you for the status regarding Artifact Hub. I had some question this morning and it shed some light. I also saw that you already answered me on GitHub, so I will take a deeper look at your answer to give a proper review lately. So on my side, I opened a pull request times ago to add support for Profiler in the Run Gadget. So everything is almost there, but I have some troubles to print properly the histograms. So basically, Profiler, what they do is that they run in the background for a given amount of time or until user type Control-C. And so after this time, this will compute some statistic and basically prints in ASCII art, sort of an histogram, or for example, block IO latency or this sort of stuff. So so far, I did everything with regard to the metadata, with regard to running the gadget, but with regard to printing correctly the histogram, both the histogram itself and adding it in JSON. I have some troubles to add it properly. So far, I have a work in progress commit on top of the existing commit, which are quite okay, or which should be quite okay. And this work in progress commit basically just print the histogram in a wrong location. So yeah, I just would like to get some opinion and shedding some light on the existing problem, and second, getting some reviews, some opinion about how to do it properly. Because I do not see out of the blue. I do not was not able to come out with a proper solution to do that.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
can
Tom.
maybe jump in.
Yes, go on, please.
Regarding printing stuff from the Run gadget that is not standardized JSON or columns output, you would basically have to introduce the, I think, custom output mode, or a custom output mode to the Run gadget that then can use that to just print out basically a byte slice, I think it was. But at this point, I'm thinking it might be worth to take a look at the refactoring and base it on that, because I think the outputting there should be easier, and I'm not sure if it's still worth it going all this way just for the histograms in the Run gadget. So maybe we should. I don't know. We can do a pair programming session for that, or yeah, and might make sense to move what you have, just build that on top of the refactoring, and then look into the output mode for that, if that's okay for you.
I do not really know. I would like to avoid adding a special output mode, because for me it does not make sense. Because it will I mean, output mode should be used by all the gadgets. If we just have one output mode for one specific gadget, I think that we are doing something wrong. So at first I was thinking to, I don't know, add the histogram to the event structure, and then in the column having the thing to deal properly with this type of column, which should be okay. But then I tried it and I was not really successful. Now, the second point with regard to waiting for the refactoring, I would be honest with you, I would like to avoid that as much as possible, because I opened this pull request the end of January, was asking you if was your opinion, because at first I wrote it as a draft. Then we are almost at the end of March, and I really would like to merge it as soon as possible, and particularly before the refactoring. Otherwise, I will need to wait for the refactoring, and I don't know what is the current status of it, and I would like to hear your opinion on that. But you basically, you know, my opinion regarding waiting and regarding adding that on top of other stuff. And I'm not really into that. I mean, if this is the only solution, I will of course go with that. But yeah, if possible, I would like to avoid going into this direction.
Yeah, I understand that. It's of course not the only solution. You can make that based on the stuff we currently have, but this output mode is important, and it's not an output mode specifically for the histograms. It's just adding the output mode that just outputs byte slices. We had that before, I think, for a couple of gadgets. So you would just have to make the run gadget compatible with it, and then find a way to actually activate that output mode. So it's basically just printing byte slices to the command line. Whereas if you go use through the columns library, then that's already a formatter, and that's not the proper formatter for just outputting pre-formatted stuff. So I don't think we should go that way. And yeah, regarding the status of the refactoring, that's the next point. I don't know if I should just go ahead. And I mean, it's basically all of the things except for the parameters are working, and I will push an update today where that is working as well. But all the gadgets that I know were running properly. So I will change the PR, or I will remove the draft from the PR, and hope to get that merged soon. Yeah, there are still a couple of comments that I need to address, but yeah. So sorry for hijacking, but that was part of your question. So yeah.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I will ask. I will leave you some time to give proper details regarding the current status of the refactoring. The thing that I do not understand is that I'm not sure that we are speaking about the same stuff with regard to printing byte slice, because to be honest, what do you mean by byte slice? Because basically all the eBPF data, we store them already in byte slice. So this is what I do not really understand. Do you refer to the fact that we want to have this to open telemetry and all this other stuff? Because in the end, we can have
No.
outputting byte slice, but in this particular case, we just don't want to upload just byte slice. We want to format it to have the histogram printed to the command line interface. So
yeah, I'm exactly talking about that. Basically, your pre-formatted histogram output is a string or a byte slice. Yeah. So I mean, just getting that pre-formatted stuff directly outputted to the command line interface. So nothing else. Just no formatter in between. And that's why we added the custom modes for outputting. So you can, I mean, you don't need the JSON module for that. You don't need the columns library for that. So it's just you're pre-formatting stuff, and you just want to output it, and then that's where the custom modes come into play.
okay, okay, yes. Then this makes totally sense. So yeah, we just basically hijack the existing with regard to column, JSON, or this formatting, and we basically do our own formatting, which is specific to this kind of gadget, and we just output the result of the specific formatting to the output of terminal or whatsoever. Okay, yeah. Then this definitely makes sense. I will take a look at it. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Next, I wanted to ask Tianyi if you would like to make an update, a status update about the uprob work.
Oh yeah, yes, sure.
Go on.
Okay,
Thanks.
so first, nice to meet you, and I'm Tianyi Liu, and I'm working on the support for the uProf eBPF programs under the RFX mentorship program. And my work is about, I can say that once my work is completed, the image-based gadgets will be able to use the uProf trace points, and there will be more gadgets, such as something like the backlog detector or some memory malloc and free detector. Some more gadgets like this can, and they can make use of the uProf and the uRedProf trace points. And about the progress, I have already implemented some basic parts, and I'm currently addressing the issue of attaching multiple tabs to the same file. The issue is about if you are trying to, if there are two containers sharing the same image, and if you are trying to attach to one container, then the other container is also attached, and that is not what we want. So we want to avoid that. And I have tried several methods based on the, for example, the FSID approach, and I also tried something based on the perf event filters, but sadly neither of them actually works. So currently I'm exploring some more complex solutions for that. Okay, so
thank you for the update then. I see, Francis, you want to say something?
Yeah, so first, welcome in the meeting. Your contribution are really welcome. And yeah, we'd like to ask you some questions with regard to the filtering that you are doing. Did you take a look at the, because so from my understanding, you want to try two stuff with regard to avoid having the event duplicated. So what you want to do is to do PID filter. Sadly, it is not working with uRedProb. It is not working with
right.
uRedProb because they are basically missing some kernel function in the kernel code to do the filtering in uRedProb.
Yeah, right.
Did you take a look at the code that I shared on the Slack with regard to the to this Elsan, or I forgot about exactly because yeah, there are some other
yes.
tools. So yeah, what is your status
Yes,
regarding that?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I just would like to hear your status with regard to this.
Oh, yes, I have read the code you post on this Slack channel, and I think the question is just it's just about the missing call to the uProf filter. Yes, and I think we have already found the right place. But after that, we are also not able to trace some process that is not from forked. I mean, if a process is created by the Docker exec, we are also not able to trace it, and also the inherent flag is also not working. So I found it's I think it may be difficult if we still want to use the PID filter with the inherent flag. So I turned back to try if we can get the actual inode info on the ext4 file system and go through the overlay FS, and I'm trying to do that. But anyway, I think the PID filter is a kernel bug. So I think after some time we can send a patch and support that flag in the kernel.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is that from the code that I tested this code, I did not test it thoroughly, the double free code. But from my understanding, they are able to do the filtering with regard based on PID with using. So this is what I do not understand, because if it is a kernel bug, for sure, just just send a
Oh.
patch, and we will go with it. But I want to be sure that something is already broken before. At least, I mean, in any case, you can send the patch. You will get some feedback, and
Right.
yeah, you will see. I mean, it's okay. Just sending something, it does not any harm. So
Oh, okay. So you mean that the double free gadget to you want to know that why the double free gadgets from the DCC could work, right?
yeah. I basically want to work. We want to know why one's work and why the other does not.
Okay. I haven't tried that gadget yet because I'm a bit busy at the moment. But I have some guesses. Because if you want to trigger the duplicate records, it is something very strict. It needs some strict conditions. Uh, let's assume that there are two containers running and they are sharing the same image. And if you just open one proof event to one container and with the PID filter, then it will work well. The second container will not be attached. And my workload is that I'm opening two proof events, and one attaching to the first container and the other attaching to the second container. And they are using different PIDs. And I think at this moment, it maybe has some bugs or some issues. So I think for testing, we need to use their gadgets and run it twice, run two instances of that, and one attached to one container and the other attached to the second container, and we can see that if it will work in such situations. Yes.
Okay, this makes sense. Thank you for sharing, and yeah, thank you for shedding some light. Yeah, actually, it
yes.
seems that yeah, in really specific condition, we have something which seems to be broken. So yeah, quite cool,
Yes,
very interesting.
it's something hard to trigger, and it will not appear in most situations.
Okay, thank you. Then maybe another quick question. What about the inherit? Because I saw that you basically said about trying inherit and inherit thread, and still with that you are not able to attach the child process. So yeah, I would like to know more about it. If you know about it, if you don't, it's okay. Just tell me I did not check and it's okay.
Okay. So from some uh uh e- uh for the most easy part, if you just add the inherent and the inherent thread flag and into the proof event open, and nothing will happen. I have posted on the Slack channel that the inherent thread flag is a more strict flag. That's according to manual, I think it should not to work. Yes, and if we look at the kernel set, you can see that the uprop filter is just comparing the something like task dot memory region or something, and it's just it is just comparing with one PID. I mean with one process. And I think maybe the uprob does not consider about the inherent and the subprocess by itself. So I think it's something by the design.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I will take a deeper look at it because I'm interested in that. But yeah, this
Okay.
definitely makes sense from what you are saying, basically, because yeah, I saw the code that you share with regard to the thing that they basically compared the so the virtual memory of all the task of the struct task. So
Right.
if it match, it's okay. If it doesn't match, it's not okay then. So yeah, I will take a look at it because yeah, maybe this inherit thread, maybe we are using this flag while it does not make sense for our use case. So yeah, okay, very
Right.
cool. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for the discussions. I wanted to ask Kazim, since you are working on the K-field feed pull request, that might be useful for UProv, that maybe just so you meet each other, Kazim and Tiani.
Yeah, I sure. So yeah, I can. Should I share the status of the PR or just something about myself?
Both, as you want.
Yeah. So hi, I'm Kasim. I'm also part of working on Inspektor Gadget, and it's nice to meet you. And I already see that you're having great discussions in the Slack. So I'm also looking forward to working with you. And also regarding the pull request, I think there is just a small comment that Alban has regarding the memory consumption because of the file, like the entire we're reading. So I just have to double check that, and I think after that it should be good to go in.
Thanks for the update. Yes, my comment about the memory is not a blocker. I was just wondering whether it's worth it or not, but leave that up to you to decide.
Okay, great.
Thanks. Do you have another topic to discuss on the agenda? Let's see, nobody. So thank you very much for
Yeah, maybe Michael, do you want to share more about the refactoring, or you are okay with what you already shared, and we will see upstream when you mark the pull request as ready for review?
I'm fine. If you have specific questions, I gladly answer them. But other than that,
Yeah, no, it's okay. Let's see upstream then. I will take another look, and I'm eager to
Okay.
see this PR ready for review.
Yep, me too.
Thanks. So if no other topic, then thank you for coming. And I will search how to upload the recording after the meeting. Thanks. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.